Well, levels are good. So you have your prepared statement you would like to read from?
It's closer. I'm not gonna read, but I was just like, man, I'm like, I was really just a downer. I just kept like,
It wasn't a downer. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna figure out which one's better. Like,
that's fine. I'm okay with that. And that's it. So like, I'm just like, I just kept thinking like this was saying like, yeah, it was so hard, and I quit, and then I have my stats, and then Elray's like, it's not really this intense. Like, it's a pretty good group. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're good. Yeah.
No. It wasn't, it was, like I said, it was not bad. It tells you how fun it is. But so is the prompt really like, just, how'd you get into Mario Kart? You want to go through that, or where do you want to start?
So, yeah, because I played it back in my head. And so I think you said, yeah, you're sneaking all these games. And I thought that went pretty well. I was laughing at you whenever you said that. So that was good. I think I had a pause whenever I said, and Ryan Mack convinced me to get the Switch. And so I think that's the part where I'm thinking
so here,
we can cut that part off.
Here's what we'll do. I'll start a prompt and you can roll. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So why did Mario Kart end up being the one that is in your 3 here?
Yeah, I like I said, I didn't play many of the other games, but this one, once I started playing it, it's fun. Like, it's fast. The characters, the music is sweet. Like, I love Dolphin Shoals. That's a banger. I love that one. But yeah, so once you get more into it, you start seeing all the decision-making stuff that is involved with Mario Kart. Do I go for the double items? Do I not? Do I go in the pack? Do I go wide and try to avoid the pack to the safer route? Like, all that kind of stuff that you're seeing is just like split-second decisions, and I love it. It's just adrenaline. It's just like pop, 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 pop. And like, I think O22 told me that there's a study that showed that, like, of all these different video games, Mario Kart 8 had the highest average heart rate. And I believe it, because it's like you're just going the whole time. You don't have the in Fortnite, you're wandering around, you're sneaking, but then boom, boom, boom. It's a few moments of high, but this is like, you're bumping up against people and everything. Like, I love it. But to get to the point where you actually start seeing that strategy, I had to put hours in. So I was racing with Ryan Mack, with Dutchie, with Mace. We started doing the cups, we called it, which was going through each cup, like all 16 at the time, and we would just do like 3 or 4 cups a night, and we'd keep track who won the cup, who has the most points with the hard comms on, and so that we finished cups 1, we called it, and we started cups 2.0, and people started joining us. Like, we had Ganon Slayer, JPEG Mario, Callie and JoJo, and Funk. Like, there are regulars that they'd pop in for the cups. And yeah, so I think we did it 3 times, which we 4th, but it was just like we had too many people popping in. It was hard to keep track. So yeah, so it's just by grinding the cups, learning the tracks, learning how to race competitively. It's so fun. I love it.
I had to look up this study that you were talking about. This is insane. that Mario Kart is the highest, generates the highest heart rate. I'm just getting ready to share this now as a result of this. My goodness. So O22 shared to me. I go, you know what? It kind of makes sense, because it's just like, they're short races and you're in a pack, and Mario Kart purposely equalizes. So if you're at the back, you're going like, you get the bullet bill and you're boosted up to the middle, and you're hitting people on the way. Like, they purposely put you everyone in a pack, anyway, so it's wild. Fair enough. Anything else you wanted to throw out there? Because otherwise, I'll see. Like, I'll see what I can cut in. But go ahead.
I'll throw this in, but feel free to cut it. It's just the story of the pancakes.
How did we not get the pancake story? How did I drop that ball?
You can put it credits, because I feel like this is how I came on the scene, because before this I was pretty quiet. I wasn't really joining in on anything other than the kart gangs.
Let's do it. Let's talk the international. What is not from the International House of Pancakes, but what is the International Pancake Incident?
Yeah. So I was in Cart Gangs, which is the Dad Gaming, and I wasn't really well known. I'd hop on the Discord and chat with my team, but I wasn't involved in Facebook or anything like that. So, but I love pranks. I love just being like silly, just an idiot. And so we were playing Mickey Wince's team, and like he's so good. Like he's a legend. Like is so consistent. And I was like, how do we throw him off his game? And I was thinking maybe like if I could find a way of sending him flowers that said something like, "I'm sorry for your loss tonight," or like just like a really disgusting something, just like that, just to throw him off. And then I said, well, all those options are pretty expensive, so a meal through Uber Eats is probably the the cheapest way to go. And so Ryan Mack and I were just brainstorming, and I think he came up with the Canadian coma, which is some way of getting maple syrup into his body and making him sluggish. So I found a local restaurant that had some pancakes, and I knew of where he worked, which it's creepy.
Yeah, we don't need to go into the specifics of that. Keep rolling.
Okay. So anyway, I order the pancakes, and I'm getting the messages. The kitchen's making them. They're out on delivery, and I'm watching the car go, and I'm thinking, why am I doing this? Like, is he gonna like this? Is this gonna cross the line? And so, anyways, the car gets to the high school to drop off the pancakes, and it's just sitting there. And then finally it says the pancakes are delivered, and I wait. And then luckily Mace was on his team, and so he messaged his team right away and said, "This Froggy just sent me pancakes from Canada." And he's like, "Oh man," he's like, I don't know how he did it. This is insane." And so he posted about it, but like it just shows the flavor of the group that like he thought it was so funny, and everyone had a good laugh about it.
Fantastic. All right, man. Anything else? Otherwise, I'm gonna roll because I'm mid hacking and slashing.
Okay. Oh, nice. Can I do one last thing? And if it works, it's not great. Then if it doesn't, then not. I'd like to do the my favorite feature part over real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see if this gets at this may be a post credit scene also, or this may get subbed in. We'll see. Fire away. So tell me. So all right. So I gotta take it because you know what's funny. This is always Ray's question. This is that's
fine. And so I can just respond to Ray's question because he said, "So Froggy, what's your favorite feature?" And I can go. And so anyways, I'll pause. Yeah, I had to think about it for a while, and like I really like the mini games in the morning, but I feel like everyone else says that. So for me, it's the one up. The one up. You hit it, and someone's getting 9 XP, and you're thinking, okay, that's awesome. And then if you hit the one up, 10 times, 20 times, they open up the thing as they see the 20 notifications. Froggy went through and one upped a whole bunch of other items, and I'm thinking, that's awesome. And so I started pushing it, started going a little further, and I think like the max I got to was Alden, where I one-upped his posts, I think 400 times, like which is like 3,500 or 4,000 XP or something like that. And it's just like, I loved it. I love the idea that someone opens up their thing without a gift, and they just get this one-up bomb from whoever. And so, anyways, the culmination of that was, I think, on Christmas Day, whenever the One Up Fest happened, and I was terrified that 022 or White Thunder would catch me, and I was like, I need to create enough of a gap between these two guys so they don't spend all day one up in everything on Channel 3. And so I was like, I started at like, I don't know what time, about like 12 o'clock at night until like 2 or 3 in the morning, and just like smashed that one up until it was, I think I got 38,000 XP, which is like over 4,000 one ups.
I need to find a Gatling gun sound and just insert right here.
Yeah, I know.
That'll be the picture I post tomorrow. Your Gatling gun 1-up picture.
I was just so happy whenever Joel shut it down, because I'm like, finally I can breathe. No one can catch me in this last week, and I can run away with the XP title. So
what's cool, but that you didn't wait for, normally the beneficiary of experience points for a 1-up is the person who made the post, and that hasn't stopped you the entire season. The Gatling gun meme started long before Christmas Day. That was a little gift from Joel to the group to really push some friendly activity between each other. So even before this, your Canadian sensibility certainly took over there, sharing the XP far and wide.
Well, I think the big thing is, in Mario Kart terms, I was bagging, and which is like I didn't join in season 1, not on purpose, just because I was late to the game. And there's all these posts that people put out. Everyone already 1-upped. I didn't, and so I could go back and I just went up to everything that I missed, and it was awesome. So I now I'm sad because I've gone through, I think, most of the active people's, and I've 1-upped everything already. So now I can't really hit them with those same tsunamis anymore. But anyways, it's I still like it. I do my daily 1-ups and move on, but
spread the love, man. Spread the love.
Yeah, man.
All right, we'll see where I work that in, one way or the other. It will be in there somewhere. We'll see if we'll see how it cuts in naturally to because we covered some of that. So I got to see where that cuts in naturally, or if this is going to be possibly the most ridiculous post-credit scene that will be unprecedented and never followed up to again, because this will never happen for anyone else.
That's awesome.
As I'm sitting here still in my work shirt that I generally avoid. Yeah. Normally I change. I'm like, wait a second. I'm looking at my actual work logo on my shirt. Go away.
So I had all these, I was trying to find a way of pranking you guys on it, and so I was trying to find the 1-star warrior and get him on, and. But that guy is locked down. I searched him his
yeah. We're not doxing anybody on here. No doxing.
And so I was trying to get him on here, and I was gonna do "This is your life." I was gonna say so.
So tell me about this game. Answer for your crimes.
Yeah.
Perfect 5.0 rating. Then you got to it. No explanation. Show yourself.
No, he's locked down. I was trying to find him. He has all his links there.
I know. I know. We say it all in good fun. There is no true enemy of the podcast, but someday I want to figure out what was trolling with some of these ratings and what was hey, I'm very intrigued. Generally I try and stick, even when we get to the quest of the day question on here, I don't put a lot of negative ones on. The internet's enough of a terrible place. If you want negativity, go to Nextdoor. That is the worst site on the internet, in my opinion. And I'm taking all of the other ones to heart when I say that too. But I despise that website. It is terrible. It is the worst parts of everyththing. But I'm not going down that. But
is that the neighbors?
Yeah. Moving on. I'm not going there. There's a great what we do in the shadows joke about that. Just
join Canadian Nextdoor. It's great. People are giving you every
Nextdoor.ca, much different place than Nextdoor.com.
Yeah. Anyways, that's thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, so just what I was gonna say was I avoid a lot of the negative. Once in a while we'll put out hey, what's the worst game you ever played, or what's the weirdest thing for a game, and hope that it stays away from toxicity. And generally, it's answered in good fun, some of the questions and things like that. And even Abby's conversation last week about the game that had the most ridiculous premise was off the rails just because it was funny. It was not in bad faith, I should say, that discussion. So it's just funny that someday we'll have to figure out how to address that one without getting overly negative in some way. But all in good fun.
Yeah, I have to say the Bam Monty episode that surprised me. That guy, he's a deep little fellow. Whenever he was asked about the fire, like my answer would have been like I like Bulbasaur and Froggy is green. It's just like the fire inside me is like driving me like to do better, and I'm like, oh man, like getting metaphorical on and that was just thrown out random. He wasn't prepped for that at all. But
no, you got the same exact experience everybody else does. We send you the outline. We don't tell you what the quest of the day we're going to hit is, and you end the interview after this that I will not mention the name in case this does make it into the post-credit scene. You guys both were awed by the power of the favorite feature on Channel 3 question.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the one that, like, again, we leave it open because the discussion kind of goes where it goes with this. We never say like pick your 3 favorite games. Never say pick your 3 favorite multiplayer. Like it's very open. Just the discussion.
Talk 3 games.
Yeah, it goes where it goes. Whatever. So it's just funny that question's really starting to get to people. I think part of it's because like I don't want to retread it, but listen, retread away. Part of this is letting people know who may be on there and don't necessarily pay attention to like the list feature or understand that again the positivity and the gamification of the 1-up piece that like hey they understand like you get a dopamine hit from the XP for other people, right? You're doing it from like there's a holistic like somebody opens up and sees and sees that's all there. That's really cool. So it may and listen, look what happened. Not just Christmas Day, but since then as well. There are other people who go around and fire off that 1-up Gatling gun, and other people open it up, and you see like that thank you post. They're just like, oh, that's awesome. Getting some traction, getting some love on their posts. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox, but. This is the closest of I'm ever going to get to doing this because this will be my on the record of I will continue to dodge any attempt to put myself as a victim in here.
I was trying to think of like some kind of out of the box 3, and I was like maybe 3 games that I played when I was 30, or like just like something but I could not do it, and I was like, well, whatever. I was going 3 from different points in my life, and
it's good, man. It was good. I'm going through the edit now, so I'm tapping out. Back to the editing bay.
Okay, if you have to.
All right, man.